Bobcat fans, we're here on deck. This segment sponsored by Roofmasters and Bubba's 33 in Longview, Texas. Our first of the year with head baseball coach Chris Whatley. Coach, how are you today, man?
Doing great.
Now, I'm going to go right into it, man. We're going to talk about baseball, the beginning of the year. First question I got is, what does someone have to do to get a hat like you're wearing right now, man?
It's on the spot.
I mean, right on the spot.
So we broke these out this year. It's
Uh-huh.
going to be I'm sorry to say that these will not be available.
The special hats.
This is going to be a varsity only, just a alternative hat that we'll wear every once in a while. I mean, I didn't want to get away from what we do, and that's the purple hat with the block H, and that's who we are. But I just want to get something different, just to wear a little alternate. But it turned out, I think, really good.
Yeah, I mess with you. I like the hat. That's what I have to.
What he's saying is, we're not getting a hat. It's only special folks.
What he's saying is, we're getting a hat. I think is what he's saying. No, I got to ask, Coach. We got to do this last year, and even though you've been on the staff, seemingly forever now here in Hallsville, last year was that first year. This is now your second year.
Right.
What do you feel? I mean, does it feel any different going into this year than it did last year? Do you feel more relaxed, or is it no difference?
No, I was always relaxed just because I've been here for a while, so I knew the kids, I knew the way Hallsville was, so it never really felt out of my element. But I do think the culture, the way the kids are acting a little bit, I mean, we got a good handle on them, and I think some of the stuff we're doing a little bit different, and it's starting to show in our scrimmages. We've had some really good scrimmages the last couple of weeks, and we're trending in the right direction right now.
What do you mean different, Coach? I mean, you don't got to get into specifics
that's
of the game, but when you say different, what is it? More analytics?
No, it's just, and it's not really different. It's just the whole team is, like I know Sawyer talked earlier, just the way that all the guys are really, they gel together. This group does, and they hold each other accountable. And we've been doing a lot of lifting, which.
Yeah.
We're doing it in season now. We're still lifting 2-3 days a week, which my thought process on that was I plan on playing a long time this year. So trying to keep their legs underneath them and keep them, because we had a great fall, and I don't want them to lose anything that they didn't have, because I've been a part of these long seasons and I've seen the toll it takes on some of these kids' bodies, and
You get tired.
and it gets hot in those late seasons, and I want them to be ready to roll. I don't want to have any body failure out there.
So we talked about the scrimmages. Well, tell us what you've seen so far in the scrimmages, positive and not so positive.
So right now, our pitching, I've been very pleased with our pitching. We have about 20 guys right now that are going with the varsity. All 20 of those guys will probably not stay up, but I just wanted to, we have 5 or 6 sophomores and a freshman up, and I'm just trying to put them through it. Just 2 things, see what they got, and 2, to push some of the seniors and other guys that we have already up, because it's a year by year basis around here. Just because you played last year, you got somebody behind you that wants that spot. So we want them competing every day in practice. But our pitching has been pretty strong right now. It's been a positive. Offensively is early offense is always going to be behind. Pitchers are always going to be ahead. But we're seeing some good things to the plate. I think as a team we can run really well. So we're gonna rely on that as getting on base. And I know Guy will love it, but I plan on bunting a lot this year, hopefully. I mean, it's tough in high school baseball to field bunts and throw people out, especially when you can run. It's tough.
Well, that was going to be my question. What would you say Chris Whatley's style of baseball is? I mean, some coaches are offense like the long ball and walk. Some are pitching and defense. I know I'm probably going to get a cliche everything, but what would you say Chris Whatley's style of baseball is?
Pitch.
Pitching
wins you games.
Yeah.
Pitching wins you games. You got to be able to score some runs, but the guys we have on the mound, I feel like we got 5, 6, 7 guys right now that we can run out in these tournaments, and they're all going to give us a good outing and give us an opportunity to win a game. And like I said, the hitting's going to come. When we get on base, I think we all 1 through 9 are going to be able to run. So we'll be able to put pressure on teams. But at the end of the day, if you don't have anybody that can throw over the plate and play good defense, it's going to be hard to win. So I'd say I'm a pitching guy.
So we was talking about you had 5 sophomores and a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be a luxury to have underclassmen every year that you can and push the older guys, the juniors.
And our younger groups aren't missing a beat.
Yeah.
I was very pleased with our freshmen, the ones that came out. We kept 15 freshmen this year. and then our JV is rolling. I mean, it helps having great coaches because we do have a great staff.
Talk about your staff real quick.
I'm we're blessed around here. We got myself and 4 others. So we have 5 on our baseball staff, and at some point they've all had baseball experience, whether they played it or been coaching it a long. I mean, we got some baseball minds, and therefore, I mean, it's nothing to it. Like, hey, y'all go do y'all's thing, and we're all in the same system. And from the freshman to the varsity, we do the same stuff, and it shows, I think.
How many kids you have in the overall program?
We have 52 kids.
From varsity all the way to the freshman.
Yes, sir.
So you're toting about 20 on each team. 15 on varsity more than likely.
Right. We'll probably carry a little bit more on varsity. Probably have about 18, and then whatever that leaves for the other 2.
What's the hardest part of a baseball season to you, Coach?
Just getting in the routine, because once you get in the routine, it slows down. So I mean, the next 3 or 4 weeks when we get to tournament season, I know softball just cranked up. It's just chaos. I mean, we're playing a lot of games, and you're constantly going. But once you get into that district, you get in that routine, playing Tuesday, Fridays, and it really slows down, and you can just pick out your practices more accordingly on what you need to fix and what you need to work on, and just slows down then. But the next 4 weeks they're chaos, especially for baseball and softball in the same house. It's crazy.
So what do we got coming up? Our couple of tournaments coming up. Let's talk about those.
Okay, we finished our last scrimmages on Friday against Sulphur Springs here, and then we will crank up next week. Our first tournament is in Longview, varsity wise. We'll be playing some really good teams over there. We open up with Decatur, Carthage, Spring Hill, and Fort Worth Boswells, who will be playing over there. They all won 25 plus games last year, so it'll be good.
Good baseball.
Yes, sir. And then we follow that up with the Lufkin tournament, and that's
a good tournament.
It's a really good tournament, yes, sir. So we don't have, and then our tournament, we got Pleasant Grove and a Dallas team coming up here. So it was good getting, anytime you get Pleasant Grove back in your tournament, along with Liberty Iowa,
they're good.
They've gone 3-4 rounds the last 3. I mean, we got some really, the first 15 games this year are going to be good for us. We'll know where we stand.
Well, Coach, give me real quick, what's your goals for this year?
It's always the same. Get in the playoffs, and then just work on that seeding where we want to be, and then win a district championship and see how far we can go from there.
Coach, thank you for joining us. I know we'll have you more on this year. Fans at home, that's been On Deck with head coach Chris Whatley. We'll see y'all next time.